Right now, tonight at 5, championship golf finally underway at Valhalla in eastern Jefferson County as the first round of the PGA tournament is underway in Louisville. Hello, everybody, and thanks for joining us. I'm Doug Proffitt.
And I'm Shay McAllister. The spectators and crowds are ready to see the pros put on a show right in our own backyard. Well, our team is bringing you full coverage of today's events in Valhalla, from our sports team breaking down the leaderboard to the transportation to the golf course.
But first, those soaking rain's going to return tomorrow. Let's go to meteorologist Christina San Juan. She is a course side, let's call it, there tonight. Here to update what it's going to be like in the morning as golf fans head back to Valhalla. Hey, Christina.
Hey, Doug. Hey, Shay. Well, I'll tell you, it's going to be a lot different than what we're seeing outside right now. Yes, we had a few very light sprinkles pass through just about 25 or so minutes ago, but tomorrow we're talking multiple rounds of heavy downpours. So if you are still coming out here, just make sure you are prepared for that rain. For the time being, though, as we look at those temperatures in a live view from our Louisville Metro camera, temperatures are certainly warm. We're in those upper 70s. And actually, we lost a few degrees as we had those showers pass on back through, but seeing a little bit of sunshine trying to poke through the clouds for the time being. As we go into the next couple of hours, we will finally be cooling off a little bit, and quite a pleasant night. As we go into about 10, 11 o'clock at night, we'll finally be dipping down into the upper 60s to the lower 70s across the area. As for your Friday, though, as we're talking about, if you leave the house early enough, I think you'll be able to dodge the rain, but it's not going to stay away for long. By 8 o'clock, I do think we're going to have those rounds of showers that are pushing into the area, likely the heaviest right around lunchtime. But again, you're just going to want to have that umbrella with you all day long. The one good thing, perhaps, if you don't like that heat, it's not going to be incredibly hot out there. We'll have temperatures just in those low and middle 70s, but you will have to have that rain gear all day long. The weekend, though, looking much better. Can't wait to tell you about that in just about 15 minutes. Doug and Shay.
All right, Christina, we're looking forward to that as well. Well, in the event that showers and storms do hit Valhalla tomorrow during the championship, here's the protocol. PGA says weather warning signs will appear on leader and video boards. If you do hear sirens, you need to seek shelter immediately. During inclement weather, they urge you to avoid things like tall or isolated trees, hilltops, golf carts, and bodies of water. Raincoats and umbrellas are allowed inside.
And on the first day of championship play, the best golfers in the world are vying for the elusive Wanamaker Trophy.
Pros first teed off at 7:15 this morning, and the final groups are finishing up their play right now.
To get a check at the leaderboard, we are going to check in with our sports director and our team out there at Valhalla, Ken Spencer and Mason Horodisky tonight.
So guys, who's been a standout today in the tournament so far?
Well, guys, round one has had plenty of fireworks, and most of those fireworks came off the club face of one Xander Schauffele, who currently leads the PGA Championship here at Valhalla, shooting a 9 under 62. Mason, that's not only a course record, but it's also the lowest round ever recorded in a PGA Championship, and he made it look easy.
It's Xander Schauffele's world, and we are all just living in it right now. Only one day in, we are already seeing history made at this course, and like you said, it almost seemed effortless out of him today.
Let's take a look at the rest of the leaderboard currently. Tony Finau, Sahith Theegala, both tied for second. They shot 65s, currently 6 under par. Rory McIlroy, the winner in 2014 here in Valhalla at the PGA Championship. He shot a 5 under 66. And then former U of L golfer Adam Hadwin, currently tied for 10th at 3 under par. When it comes to Xander Schauffele, he says this is probably the best he's ever played.
Probably, yeah. I feel, there's spurts of, moments in time where you feel like you can control the ball really well, you're seeing the greens really well, you're chipping really well, but over a prolonged period, it's tough to upkeep, high performance. But yeah, I'd say it's very close to it, if not it.
It's just the competitive flow. It took me probably 3 holes to get it back into competitive flow again, and get a feel for hitting the ball out there in competition, adrenaline, temperatures, green speeds. I mean, these are all things that normally I adjust to very quickly. It just took me a few holes to get into it, and
I've enjoyed it. It's been a lot more enjoyable than I thought it would be. It's weird. It's not that I didn't think it would be enjoyable, but I thought I would be way more nervous. Like I mean, I was nervous on the first tee today, but like it's just fun. I mean, to be honest, I feel like I've never had this many people root for me before, so it's a pretty good feeling, to be perfectly honest. So it's just really enjoyable.
And Louisville native Justin Thomas opens with a 2 under 69 to begin his tournament. And on these days, you can't win it on Thursday, you can lose it. Justin Thomas kept himself in this tournament.
Oh, absolutely. And look, that's not a fun group to be in either, with a guy like that who's setting course in PGA records. But towards the end of the day, he was able to battle back the way he did, birdieing 4 of his last 5. JT is still very much in the hunt right now.
And world number 1, Scotty Scheffler, currently on the course. He currently sits 3 under par, also in a tie for 10th. He eagled the first hole. That's how he's doing. For Mason Horodisky, I'm Ken Spencer. Guys, back to you.
And thank you. And as you both know, it was quite the start for the eager crowds today, and already stressed Shelbyville Road saw even more of a test today. There were 2 crashes outside of the Valhalla Golf Club, one involving a private bus and a car on Shelbyville Road. It caused some major traffic headaches for the tournament trying to get in this morning, and those just going about their normal day in Louisville. Buses shuttled in hundreds of people to the tournament grounds. There were no serious injuries reported, thankfully. Well, now the visitors are soaking in each moment of the PGA Championship's first round of play.
Today is special, marking the 4th time the major tournament has been here in Louisville, but will it be the last? It is the question Isaiah Kim Martinez asked one of the club owners today. Isaiah, what did you learn?
Well, Shay, Doug, you'll remember ever since 2 years ago when a group of prominent Louisville businessmen went ahead and purchased the Valhalla Golf Club, the future of the PGA Championship here has been in doubt. But we have heard on the ground this week, both the PGA of America as well as local investors are keeping that door open. There are the sounds.
Pretty good. How are you? Good. And it's a beautiful day in Kentucky, and the course is holding up great.
And sights that these large crowds may not see to the same degree at Valhalla again, or maybe they will.
This community loves major championship golf. They have great memories of all the past championships that were here.
The PGA of America no longer has equity in the historic golf club, which turned to local ownership in summer of 2022. Jimmy Kirchdorfer, one of the co-owners and investors, speaking to me about what's next. I'll ask you that point blank.
Sure.
Will the PGA Championship return here to Valhalla 2032 or later?
Well, I don't know a date. I mean, you heard Seth. They just announced 2031. So they usually announce 7. That's their policy, 7 years out. But if you read the press release that they put out when they sold it to us, they said they look forward to continuing to work with us to keep it in the rotation.
On Wednesday, PGA of America leadership made news saying a return to Valhalla for a record-tying 5th PGA Championship isn't out of the question, even telling reporters it would, quote, continue to be considered.
So I fully anticipate them coming back. They're thrilled with how this community has stepped up.
So is 2024's run a tryout of sorts? That Louisville can still bring the unique experience and challenge for the best golfers in the world? Kirchdorfer telling me the club passes the test. This is the future in his eyes.
Didn't continue to host major championships. We're going to continue to have major sporting events at Valhalla.
And as you just heard in that story there, the earliest the PGA Championship could theoretically come back here to Valhalla would be 2032, since the PGA of America works about 7 years in advance, but no guarantees that they're even in the running here. A little fun fact though, again, Valhalla has hosted 4 of them. The only course that has hosted more PGA Championships, Southern Hills Country Club, that's over in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Shay, Doug.
All right, thank you, Isaiah. Well, hey, at least the ownership group now is all local folks. If you're heading out to Valhalla tomorrow, by the way, the schedule is very similar to today's. The shuttles begin running from the fairgrounds at 6 a.m. The gates open at Valhalla at 6:45. The first players will tee off at 7:15 a.m. For a full list of tee times and all the other information you need to know before heading out to Valhalla, just text the word PGA to the number on your screen. That's WHAS at 502-582-7290.
More news right here at 5 o'clock. Louisville Metro Police are expanding their drone capabilities to every division in the city.
Metro Council partially funded the new pilot program, with supporters hopeful that the technology can curtail reckless driving in our city, as Ian Hardwick tells us.
It's not a surveillance type thing. It's more of an intelligence gathering thing from our side. It gives us the tools to be able to identify what's going on.
Division III Major Donald Bachman is one of 8 division leaders getting new drones. You can see it on the table. LMPD's current flight capacity is 4 drones. But with $100,000, they're buying 8 more and training 32 officers as pilots. Though the drones are fairly standard, they are equipped with thermal cameras. They plan on using the technology to pursue reckless drivers, find missing people, and gain a tactical advantage during violent crimes when they're in progress. The drones provide an alternative to ground chases, which are banned by the department when police go after a suspect.
There was some successes with some helicopters helping to locate the subjects, and that's where it was kind of born.
Councilwoman Fowler supports the pilot program in the hopes it will rein in dangerous driving, which has killed 3 people in her district over the past 6 years. 2 of them died here on the Louisville Loop back in 2019 after an ATV driver ran them over. $48,000 from Metro Council made the program possible, with LMPD funding the remaining $52,000. The department promised to make some of their flight data public in the future.
Because when we're deploying a drone, guess what? It's going to be automatically attached to a case number as to why we're utilizing and deploying it. So again, you will have that data.
According to LMPD's operating procedures, drones may not be used for investigative surveillance. Recordings may be obtained through open records requests. Pilots with the department follow rules similar to commercial drone licensing, known as Part 107, meaning they cannot pilot drones from a moving vehicle and may not fly them further than the pilot can see. In Louisville, Ian Hardwick, WHAS11, on your side.
As the pilot program goes on, Metro Police will collect information that Metro Council will then consider in determining the technology's effectiveness.
Supporters say there's potential for another expansion in the future. And new today out of Jeffersonville, Mayor Mike Moore is urging council members to pass raises for police officers. The mayor said he supports raising the base salary by at least $6,000. That would raise starting pay to $66,000 a year. He also wants to change the schedules to a new 5 days on, 4 days off. Now the city council is scheduled to consider this proposed amendment between the city and the Fraternal Order of Police. They'll meet Monday, May 20th at 6 o'clock.